When God is acting, what do we see? Welcome to Daily Gospel Reflections. I'm Dr. Ben Safransky. Today's story is just such a rich story. There are so many things in it. We have a sick man who has faith that God could heal him. And notice that in the story that it says he's had this problem that he has for 38 years. And after 38 years of being sick, he still believes that God will heal him. He still believes that God can heal him. He just doesn't know how to access God's Spirit. He believes that when the water at the pool of Bethesda is stirred up, that God's Spirit is there and could heal him. But he can't figure out how to get himself down to the water in time. So we have this man who has this great faith, and Jesus does heal him. Jesus shows him, my Spirit can act outside of the water, can act anywhere that God finds faith. But then we have this group who don't see the healing, right? And in the gospel, John calls this group the Jews. Now, a word is necessary about that. In John's gospel, the opponents of Jesus are often referred to as the Jews. Now, when John says that, he doesn't mean that all Jewish people are opponents of Jesus. Much less does he mean that the Jews of our day or any other time in history are all the enemy of Jesus or the enemy of Christians. John uses the phrase the Jews to refer to the specific group of mostly religious leaders within Judaism who are opposed to Jesus. But remember that Jesus and all of his apostles are Jewish, as are many of the first followers of Christ. So this group that John refers to as the Jews, they don't see the healing. They only see what they think is a technical violation of God's law against working on the Sabbath, right? It's the Sabbath, and the third commandment tells us to keep holy the Sabbath. They think this means that the man who is healed shouldn't be carrying his mat, which is a kind of work. Now, to be clear, this is their interpretation of the commandment. Jesus does not tell anyone to actually break the commandments, right? So the problem with the Jews is not that they are rule followers and that Jesus is a rule breaker. The problem is they don't understand God's rules. They are so focused on what their own idea of righteousness is that they miss God's healing action happening right in front of them. So my challenge to you today is to ask God to show you something that he is doing around you, maybe in your life, maybe in the life of someone close to you, maybe in the life of someone that you don't get along with, to show you something that you haven't noticed before. I think this is one of our biggest problems as Christians. It's definitely one of my biggest problems, is that if I disagree with someone, or if I think that there is some kind of sin in their life or whatever, then that blinds me to the good that God may do through them or may do in them. St. Thomas Aquinas wrote that everything true, no matter who says it, is from the Holy Spirit. Everything true, no matter who says it, is from the Holy Spirit. That means that if someone I don't agree with, someone I don't get along with, says something true, then that true thing is from the Holy Spirit. So I'm challenging you to ask yourself and ask God, where have I been refusing to see the Holy Spirit at work? If you ask and you're open to it, he will show you. God bless you today, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.